Now we have a lot of people from Brazil watching. And yeah, what can I say? Give your hype for Orlando in the chat. If you're Spanish, give your hype to Topotic. And let's get it underway.
You know what I love about esports is that normally production will start a game. Normally casters can start a game. But today I want to do something special. I want the audience to help us start this game. So, my friends, are you ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go!
We're starting off with the moving game, the first of at least 2 that they are gonna play. And we're starting off in Europe. It looks a little bit to me like something Czechia or Slovakia. Let's see what the players are gonna find here.
Instantly, Topotic on the move, gonna try and go further forward. A few issues there, having to redraw for just a moment, but now on the move once more. Flags right in front, hotel names as well for him to work with. There's a lot of info to be found here early on, Lindy.
Yeah, very urban location. They will both find the town name here. Horna Nitra is the town name, and they will scan for it. Topotic right in the map. I don't think Orlando has found the information yet, but he found the .sk domain confirming Slovakia.
Slovakia, obviously not that massive a country, so for round 1, in case they both get the country down, which it seems like, yep, Orlando will zoom in that direction as well. No big points should come through. But I gotta say, I mean, we've seen all these matches on the stage so far, Lindy. I would think that when you're on a stage like this, you just play a bit worse, you know, with the pressure and everything, but some of these guys have put up their best performances ever in today's matches.
Some people are really big game players. They love the stage, and we will figure out if Orlando is one of them.
Good start early on. Topotic, the one closer, able to strike first, just under 100 damage to kick things off.
Absolutely, and round 2 is gonna put us in Japan. Let's start the players off. In Japan, the players will most likely look at the pole plates, because in different regions of the country, there are different electricity companies that have different plates on the electricity poles.
I mean, you said it. The first thing they do is they spin around, they instantly zoom in to get as much info off the poles as they can. And now moving on to storefronts, moving on to hopefully some street signs as well, to feed them the info of just exactly where in Japan they are. Topotic zooming in, looking to go somewhere west of Tokyo and locking it in early.
That's a very specific guess. Either he found an area code, or he thinks that there's 2 different types of electrical plates on the poles, which would mean Nagano. Wow.
I like it. I mean, Topotic trying to set the pace high early on. Orlando saying, I don't mind. You give me another 15 seconds. I'll take those any day of the week. Able to strike back round 2.
Topotic probably thought he had him there with the right prefecture, but Orlando even region guessed that. So great job.
Solid. Both of them off to a very, very good start. And in general, again, I mean, we didn't see too many early game blunders in the previous rounds either. So everyone here coming in as hot as can be. All, of course, eyeing the prize and the championship trophy.
I think we are going to be in North America here. I'm not 100% sure if this is Canada or the US. You could check that by finding a speed limit sign. It would say maximum in Canada or speed limit in the US.
Well, let's see. Down the road we go. Still no crucial info to be obtained by either player. Just following this black SUV all the way to the end. And I don't think Orlando's going to get a whole lot more down here. Maybe, though, Hudson Bay. That could be info.
That's definitely useful. Also, the license plates look like potentially Manitoba license plates. So maybe we're going to see the players zoom into Manitoba here. Only 15 seconds left, though.
Could just be they're sure taking their time. Orlando.
Saskatchewan for now.
First one on the map. Topotic still left to open it. 5 seconds now left to play for Topotic to find somewhere to go. Now it's going to lock in. It's a plunk initially, now some small readjustments.
Oh, it was just on the border between Saskatchewan and Manitoba, and Orlando is closer. Big hit.
Yeah, big damage early on. Canada, big country, west to east. So even though they find the same country, even the same region, it's still 1,000 damage done round 2.
Yeah, they could have scanned for Hudson Bay there. They both had the info, I think, or at least Orlando did, but none of them found it. And now we are back in Japan again. As we see, these pole plates should mean that we are pretty south in Japan. Let's see if the players recognize that.
Hopefully they will. You can see the gamer posture from Topotic, full lean over, full screen, or I should say face straight to the screen. Wants to get as much info as he possibly can in as short a time as possible.
Looking at transformers as well here, those are definitely also useful to lock in the region here, and quick lock in from Orlando. He probably hopes to overwhelm Topotic with that gas.
You said far south? Orlando opting to go just west of Osaka towards Hiroshima. We'll see if maybe Topotic will agree a bit further towards the east, at least for now. Now he dials in. It is going to be Orlando on the bunny once more.
Orlando recognized that very well, and Topotic, they're maybe not 100% sure about the region, and it is big points.
Yep.
So kind of on the back foot, our group winner Topotic.
Definitely. Big damage done early on, almost half health left remaining for Topotic, and we are only in round 5.
I don't think this is what Topotic wants to see, because with this super red soil and like a South American looking climate, I believe that this could be Brazil.
Ooh, do we get a home turf win for Orlando? Perhaps. Let's see if any of them catch on to it. They will most likely send it down the road instantly, and yes, indeed they do. Full speed forward. They want to get to the main roads. They want to get signs, anything to indicate the region they're in.
Searching for area codes here. I think on that sign you had an area code which are specific to certain areas. And instant lock by Orlando. I believe he's in the right area code region, so if Topotic doesn't find that or didn't realize that, could be damage.
There's definitely phone numbers available there. Topotic will find it, will log in right next door, but now with a few extra seconds left remaining, he'll try and pinpoint exactly where he is, and it's right in between them.
It's a small hit for Topotic, but definitely he will take that, I think. And as we move into another big country, with the bad camera quality here, I believe this is India, and it's a mountainous region. The mountainous regions of India, very far apart from each other. This could be game.
Yeah, bad quality camera, but beautiful location. The river overview here, 3.5 times multiplier. We saw it so many times in the previous match. Just one player constantly getting hit, but able to strike back.
Very good info here. It says Srinagar power plant, which I believe is a very big city. I don't know if they know Srinagar, or it might even be a state, I'm not sure, but I've heard of that name before.
Okay.
And yeah, Topotic, I think, is not scanning in the region where I thought Srinagar was. But yeah, he found it. He found it. It's Jammu and Kashmir. Wow.
Able to log it in. Orlando is currently ahead, but that could very quickly change. If he gets off target on this one, he might just be, no! It's Orlando on the money! And there you have it. Topotic down. Orlando takes game number 1.
That is a crazy plot twist, because Topotic, he saw Srinagar on the sign. He went for Srinagar, and it was not a bait, because the town where Orlando was also called Srinagar.
Oh, it's one of those. I mean, we heard it from Blinky in the post-match interview. These maps, these locations are made specifically to trick you as a pro player. And indeed, this one did. Tough loss for Topotic, who now has a strike back. He said he wanted the moving rounds to go his way. Now he's down 1-0.
That's definitely a different situation than what he had to work with in the group stage.
Yes.
We will see how he will adapt to this.
Yep, well, he's going to have to as we get our way into this first game. No move, of course. We said it multiple times. We'll repeat it for the new arrivals in chat in the arena. You can do effectively the same as you did before, just no moving around. You can spin around like a crazy person. You can zoom in all you want, but you will not be moving.
This is our first location. No moving around. It's somewhere in Mediterranean Europe, I would say, based on houses and general vibes. So maybe the country is not super obvious here, but let's see what the players think.
Mountain ridges to work with. Maybe you can line up something with them. We see Orlando immediately zoom in to the license plate there. But again, I mean, no big street signs, no clear phone numbers, area codes, specifics to go by, at least in terms of text.
A double blue license plate with blue strips on both sides would indicate, for example, Italy, which this could most certainly be. But I don't think any of the cars have that.
Oh, Medax, maybe the air condition there will give him some info. Maybe it won't. Maybe you should be looking at the clothing. You're the clothing expert here. Maybe you look at the clothes and determine where that's fashionable.
Exactly. Maybe that's the drip meta here. I wonder where they have these exact pants.
15 seconds left to play only now. Does Topotic open up the map? He's going far south.
I like that. Far south Italy. Both of the players are there, but in very different regions of the country.
Bit off now. It's of course round 1, so damage won't be multiplied, but still it could be huge with this distance, and it's Topotic off to a good start.
Round number 2, and we are again in Europe, I would say. We have this sign maybe to work with. Let's see if the players can extract any information from that. Personally, I think I would go Austria here.
Not a bad guess. Mountains in the distance, are they? The Alps? And if so, in which direction are they facing?
Zooming in on architecture here, zooming in on the mountains and trying to figure out which country this could be. Austria zoom in by Orlando, so yeah. I think he has the same thoughts as me.
Maybe you try and read the name of one of these and go, okay, where would this name be coming? Maybe even regional specific if you're that much of an expert. Graveyard Mets, I'm not sure if it's a thing, but now it just might be. If that's what can win you a quarterfinal, that might be what you want to do. Topotic is there in Austria as well, alongside Orlando. They're side by side, but it's Orlando closer.
Not a massive hit, but it's something. And we move into the next round. I would say this is somewhere in Northern Europe again, maybe thinking like Finland, Estonia, Sweden, something like that. Let's see what the players think.
Could just be. Could just be there's a world where it might be further south as well. These beautiful trees, of course, in the multiple.
Oh, we do actually have language there on Topotic's screen that definitely looks like something Baltic, maybe Latvian. I think there's actually a little line over the U, which is a letter unique to Latvian language, but yeah.
Neither player immediately eyeing it, going towards Latvia with the map, so maybe that info hasn't been found. As I say that though, now Orlando starting to look towards Riga.
Yeah, this language definitely probably tells both of them the country, but Topotic is looking for even more information on the sign because it has a little map on it. Maybe you can line it up with this map, who knows?
Definitely could. If you find the lake, if you find the clear-cut info. He's looking for small lakes around Riga. I like the idea. He has the time to do so. Might as well Topotic now, hovering Riga as well. And you'd imagine starting to look for lakes too.
Yeah, I don't think Topotic is scanning as much as Orlando. He has a very confident guess in Western Latvia here. It doesn't pay off.
Bit further towards the east, Topotic out victorious in this one. Once again able to separate himself a bit more, over 1,000 points ahead.
The next round is going to put us somewhere with very distinct mountains. Some players, they know specific mountains. Who knows? I don't think these ones are very much learnable. I'm also not 100% sure which country this is, although it could be Brazil.
That's sweet music to my ears. When you're not sure, there's a chance the players aren't sure either. Maybe we'll get some big points coming through. It's 2.5 times multiplier. And while it ain't the top, of course, it can still hurt like hell if you get those wide distances in between you.
Even if they figure out if they want to go Brazil or not, which I think it's pretty likely to be Brazil, this location, just based on the landscape and the architecture here. It might not be, but even if they both go there, could be a big difference because it's a huge country. Maybe Orlando has a whole home field advantage as well.
Could do, could do. He's been here before. We'll see if he gets to go here once more. We already have Topotic looking towards Sao Paulo, Rio, southeastern side of Brazil. Orlando still yet to open up his map with 15 seconds left to play.
Oh, a very, very interesting guess. He's going Uruguay border, which makes total sense because you get monstered. Oh, Mexico by Orlando!
Big distance, Topotic is on point! Orlando might have taken round one, but Topotic strikes back!
Wow! What a guess by Topotic, basically pinpointing the mountains there.
Insane.
And Orlando is a few countries over.
Incredible. And for Topotic to take out Orlando in Brazil as well. Huge game. That one is going to sting for sure if you're Orlando.
And we get the characteristic Topotic smile there. He's a very happy person, and yeah, he's loved in the community for that. I mean, if you spend time with Topotic, you know he's one of the most fun guys to be around. So.
Down to earth, super kind. That could be said, of course, by multiple, if not all, of these amazing GeoGuessr players. But incredible round there to take home that win and tie things up as we move into game number 3.
We are back to moving, and maybe this time it will go Topotic's way because he says he favors himself pretty hugely on moving against Orlando.
Yeah, it's gone kind of against the expectations, I suppose. Orlando taking the moving round, now Topotic taking no move. But you know what? Let's get into it. Let's get this round number 3, or game number 3, I should say, started.
This will be our first round. We have like a very distinctive Google car here with this little antenna pointing us towards Panama. Let's see what the players do here.
Panama, small country, but if you don't find it, there can be huge damage come through. I've been the victim of that multiple times. I'm sure 90% of you guys down here in the venue, in chat as well, too, have had blunders. And if there's a stage with no space for blunders, that would be a World Cup quarterfinal.
Ooh, Topotic has found town names there. One sign just points towards Panama, which probably refers to the capital of Panama City. So maybe we're close to the capital here? Yeah, we're on the 1, which is a very big divided highway, basically the only divided one. But yeah, we could be very far away from Panama City, even if it's on this sign. So he's searching for Veragua here, I think.
He has the road locked down already, but where on the road are we going? We have Orlando locked in a bit further towards the southeast than Topotic, and obviously I think Topotic was about to log in. Now he's going to go for it too.
Wow.
Both of them real close to the target, almost a double 5K.
0 points in round 1.
Impressive. Impressive. Let's just stall it for a bit longer. Let's go straight into round 2 with no damage done.
Round 2 is going to put us in another big country. This architecture and like these black bottom signposts and yellow borders would point towards Russia.
Who do you favor in a Russia match between Topotic and Orlando?
It's a very good question. None of them are particularly Russia experts, but I believe both of them have grinded it quite a bit leading up to this World Cup, so I think they are evenly matched here. With the winter coverage, it should be somewhere in the southwest, at least in Generation 4, which is this better Google camera quality. And now I think they're searching for phone codes or town names.
Definitely could be. Topotic roaming further towards the south, hoping that he can get himself a street sign. I think there was one just yet. Yeah, nope, just an old poster that has been quite torn off yet.
There was a phone code on there, but I don't think that was a regional one. There's a lot of mobile phone codes lying around that can't help you narrow down the region, so quite unlucky there for Topotic.
Kind of rare. They're both coming out of the same city and on the exact same road too. Usually, kind of weirdly enough, you see them going up in each their direction. We talk about who had the better info, but right now they're sending it down the exact same street.
Many players are also saying that knowing which direction to move in is a skill on their own.
For sure.
We have both of them very south here, which makes sense by the trees.
There you go, time's up. Who's gonna get it? Topotic kept going south, and he is gonna strike first here in round 2. 1,000 damage done.
Great adjustment there by Topotic. Very confident guess. He didn't really have much information, but it was just a region guess, and that was a very good one. This round, on a no move, it would be very difficult, but the players are able to find more information. So let's see what they do with it.
Well, you say that depends on the size of this forest, because if all you get is dirt roads and trees, it might not help you a whole lot. They're, of course, going to send it as fast as they can to more info. You can't just play off of these birch trees alone. Orlando reset there. Is that a dead end?
Maybe he hit a dead end while Topotic is already in a city. And we have Turkish architecture, Turkish poles, and a town name on the bin.
Orlando hasn't made his way out of the forest yet. This could be dangerous. If Topotic gets a guess in early, this could be very dangerous indeed. But now, finally, Orlando, seeing a Turkish trash can, that should help him pinpoint at least a country.
Yeah, I don't think this town is very big, so none of the players seem to recognize it and go instantly into the map. Topotic searching for further information, while Orlando is very far behind on the same road.
Topotic, full speed forward, 10 seconds left to play. Neither of the two opting to guess early on, but now Topotic zooming in. Orlando looking towards Antalya as well.
We have very dry mountains with dry shrubs. 1 second left, big difference.
All the way down to the very end, and this time it's Orlando. Topotic strikes first, but Orlando strikes back, and 2,000 damage at that.
Orlando takes the lead with that great guess. He didn't find the info until the very end, but maybe just looking at the mountain shape was enough for him. As we move into the next round, which has a lot of mountains and I think looks like British Columbia, maybe?
Could be. No sprays ever. I guess they do not like that in that area. Fair enough.
They don't like it at all. No sprays
ever. With an exclamation mark too. As, a quick one for Orlando. British Columbia, just east of Vancouver.
Was there maybe... I don't know what he saw there.
I mean, that's as fast as can be.
Yeah, Topotic is very close.
He's going into the city proper, at least in the suburbs. Is he going to go further west? No. And it is a region guess. And I thought with how fast he was going, he had the road lined up and everything, but no, region guess. So it's only going to be 400 damage. But nice change of pace here from Orlando, getting a quick guess in.
Absolutely. I think he was just trying something out, trying how Topotic would react to a quick guess as we move into this next round.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, this is maybe 5K-able. Look at this. We have a spit going out in the water, and with signs get up for left-hand side driving and English language, we should be maybe in Australia here with the red soil.
Australian southern shoreline. What are we looking at? Maybe there's a harbor with the name of the city on it as well, but not right off the bat. No clear info for them to pinpoint exactly where they are.
Oh yeah, but they will definitely find something here. Maybe that, I can't quite read that sign on Topotic's screen, but maybe there's info.
Church of Peter's the Fisherman.
Lake
If you
Grace.
know where Peter the Fisherman lives, then you're golden.
It says Lake Grace on the sign that Orlando just found. Maybe that's a town. It could definitely be Hope Town on this one.
Maybe we're not looking at an ocean, we're looking at a absurdly massive lake.
I'm pretty sure we are looking at the ocean, but still, the town might be called that. Both of them are now scanning. They have different town names though, so they could be in different areas.
Definitely could be.
Now Orlando also finds the Hope Town. Both of them are scanning in Western Australia, which makes sense with the red Google car.
You said 5K, about 5 seconds left to play. Let's see if they get anywhere near Castletown. Orlando can't quite find it. He's gonna go in both of them off by just a bit.
Oh yeah, it was a very, very small town, very hard to find. Both of them had the info to potentially find it, but with only 1 minute, that was very difficult. Let's start them off on this next round. And I believe we have some Mexico here.
Damage done on both sides, 3.5 times multiplier, a 1-to-1 so far. This game is almost as even as can be, just 1,200 points separating these two players.
Mexico, it's very useful to find a phone code, because those... Oh, maybe there's a town name actually on that sign for Orlando, while Topotic doesn't have a phone code on that phone number, sadly, so he's moving further away.
Both trying to get out of the houses towards more commercial areas of the city. That's usually where you get more info. You want to have those storefronts. You want to have the bigger streets with all the street signs on as well. Maybe preferably road info, regional signs for you to go by.
I don't think any player has found much useful information, and it's 15 seconds left.
We have Topotic out on the main street, and maybe with 10 seconds left to play, he'll find something crucial. Neither of them seem overly sure of exactly where they are. Topotic is all the way up north.
Wow, that could be big damage.
There's definitely couldn't. They're both gonna be off, and almost by the exact same margin. This could have been game, but instead, just a bit of damage done to Topotic, and we're now almost tied, as I say that.
Topotic with the border guess kind of recognizing that this looks like a US border town, but was further away because Orlando's guess was maybe a little bit more of a hedge.
I need to brush up on my math because 3,000 and 4,800 is not almost tied. In any case, you know, they're close in spirit, at least for now.
We have another Turkey round. This is Turkish language here. Is that even... Oh, I don't think that's a town name on that sign, so they will keep moving. We have tons of Turkish flags there. Definitely a very patriotic country. Ooh. Yeah, bins in Turkey will have the belediyesi on them, which is usually like the city proper. And if they can find Turgütlü here, then... Oh yeah, Topotic has it!
Found it, locks it down, tries to stress Orlando, and so far Orlando is not in the right spot. He is closing in though, but 4 times multiplied, he might go further east here.
If he goes further east, this might be absolutely bad for him, but he stays.
Oh, he second-guessed himself for a moment, but Topotic has it on lockdown. Massive damage gonna come through. Half the health remaining of Orlando gone in the blink of an eye.
We are already moving into round 7, or round 8 even, and this might maybe even go to round limit as we have a interesting Argentina round. If players have learned Argentina by heart, they might even recognize these mountains or this overcast coverage. I know some people are experts at this. Let's see if any of these players are.
Topotic took the win last game in Brazil. What would be better than yet another South American win for him here? Orlando looking to try and see if he can find more useful info. He went down the street in one direction, now he's going to turn around and go the opposite. What is he looking at here, Lindy?
Usually they are both searching for road markers, because usually you have like a little road marker sign on the side of the road, while Topotic is finding town names. And if you find the road number, then actually it should be pretty easy to line this one up. But maybe with these town names, it's also possible.
Both of them have the same sign. They're sat in the same intersection right now. Topotic starting to scan the map for that exact intersection, and they're sat in the exact same location.
Then the exact same location. Yeah, I think they just recognize the town of Pitwil, and they're going for the 5K here. Maybe they will get it.
Any double 5Ks in the chat. Let's see if they're gonna get it. Orlando might change last minute, but he shouldn't have, because it's gonna be Topotic with the 5K.
That was an impressive guess. Wow, is that 5K? Yes, it is.
Phenomenal. Amazing play. Again, Orlando last round, he held back. He didn't do the last second adjustment. This time he did, and it came to cost him. Fortunately, not dearly. He was already in the right area, but a few extra points now in favor of Topotic.
Toby, what do you think about this one?
It's beautiful.
Do you have a guess?
Russia?
It is.
Oh, you see, we're learning. If I could do it, you could do it, guys. This is intense. This is intense. Round 9. If you're Orlando right now, of course you want to win it in this round, but at least you want to close that gap up to Topotic. He's currently 2,100 points ahead.
Russia is one of the biggest countries, so we could see a lot of points here. My region guess would be Tomsk, because we have like a slight sliver of this red Google car, and with this flat landscape, I think that would be one of the areas that would have that. However, there's other areas that can also look like this, so yeah.
Fine.
Oh, there's signs for both of them.
Yep, Topotic rewinds
Tomsk.
a bit. Big info, Tomsk found, but how close are we to Tomsk? The issue now is you can be off by just a couple of kilometers, but with that 5 times multiplier, you can lose the entire game by just a couple.
Absolutely, I think the 5K would definitely help for them. Both of them think the under player has found the same information, otherwise they would go for a quick guess. But oh, there's even more signs. Now you have a distance to Tomsk as well, which might help you triangulate this.
Definitely could be. Topotic saw it first. He's going to try and line it up. I'm not sure if Orlando is in the exact same area. He won't be. It's going to be Topotic closer, but how much damage is he going to get in with one more round? Less to play, another 450. And now, everyone, round 10 is upon us. One of these guys will come out ahead for the final no move of this round.
This is very interesting because Orlando is down 1,500 points. He has to make them up in this round. If it's a small country, he will have problems.
1,500 point lead. Topotic is currently ahead. He just has to stay afloat. For those of you guys who don't know, if neither of the two players are down and out by the end of round 10, the player with the most health left remaining is going to be the winner. This is do or die.
Let's see what we get. This is our location. It looks like a big country to me. Potentially the States.
Looks
or maybe
American.
Canada, actually. This checkerboard sign should only be found in Canada.
We've had big points in Canada before. Orlando needs all of them if he wants to bring this one home. Let's see where this one's going to take us.
Orlando could either go for the insta-guess here, which he is. He's instant locking it, putting pressure on Topotic. Yeah, he needs the 1,500 points, and if Topotic finds information, then he can't get it.
Full speed forward border of Canada and USA. Topotic is in the same area going towards Toronto to try and see if he can take him out. It's going to be game regardless, but is it going to be enough points to separate them? Orlando is ahead, but is he going to get it? Wait.
That is
He
enough!
gets it! He brings it home! Orlando takes game number 3!
Wow!
We talk about these early rounds where you get a 100-point loss, a 200-point loss. We make it sound like it's nothing, but when it comes down to round 10, had Topotic had 200 more health, he would have won this game despite a great guess from Orlando. What a turnaround!
One of the most insane endings to a game we have seen so far at this World Cup. Very, very dramatic fashion, and Orlando just by a few hundred points.
Back and forth and back and forth. Orlando, his second moving round against Topotic. But now it's no move time once more. Where do we go with this one, Lendy? Who are you favoring?
I don't know what to tell you. I think Orlando is sitting really hot right now after that one.
I mean, they were both in the right city, but round 10, the multipliers, I mean, it's just, ooh, wow.
Yeah, that quick guess.
It goes to show, I mean, the skill of these players, it's completely insane.
Both of them knew it was Ontario, and Orlando just went for like a slight region guess, slight adjustment to the southwest, and it paid off. It was enough.
Yeah, definitely was. Now let's hop on into no move. This could be the last one. But let me hear you guys from the venue. Do you want an NPC? I thought as much. Let's see though if we're gonna go there, if Topotic can bring this one home.
This is round 1. Looks like a big country. I believe that this should be India. The players will look at the language here, and yeah, the different kind of scripts are found in different areas all over India. So this should be something like maybe Tamil?
Do you reach a point in these games, Lindy, where information overload becomes a thing? Because as soon as they come in, there's signs and letters everywhere. How do you filter what's useful and what's not?
I just noticed we have the traffic police parlor right here.
True. I did not know that was his second job, but traffic police parlor is in fact I mean, you know, it's a good side gig, side hustle to go here and just direct traffic.
What a location we got here. We got traffic police parlor, we got the Communist Party with an advertisement.
Everyone is here. Everyone is here, and so is hopefully Topotic and Orlando. They're both going down the western shoreline, seeing if they can log in exactly the city they're in. Neither of the players took a long time to look at the map, to look at their screens before picking up the map, and now Topotic with the guess, Orlando with the guess, both a bit off, but it's Topotic off to a good start.
As we move into the second round, which could be interesting. We have a sign get up for left-hand side driving, but yeah, maybe this is New Zealand.
Could very well be.
Could be big points available though.
Definitely could. Left side traffic should be a good indicator, or is it just a foolish person who repositioned the sign in the middle of the night? You never know.
You never know, but there's a lot of ferns.
Ooh.
Confident lock, but Topotic goes in the same region, which makes sense because there's a lot of dirt roads over there.
Both plonking the northern tip of New Zealand, neither one on point and neither one taking big damages off it. But again, I mean, it's 132, could have been a game decider in the previous round 10. Let's see if it will be here as well.
This is our next round. We don't get much. We get a little bit of a desert. Looks like Senegal to me, but let's see what the players think. And the region guess here might be important as well.
There is a little bit of text, maybe graffiti to be found up on what seems to be a bridge that was never finished building. We have some poles in the far distance that you can try and work off of too.
Yeah, there's only a few hilly areas in Senegal, so it might be interesting to see if they commit maybe here to one of them, which could be, for example, east or west. So Orlando is looking west right now.
Yep, inland Senegal is where we're currently positioned. Topotic still yet to open the map. 30 seconds still left to play this. I was going to say Orlando might go quickly here on this one, and indeed he does. Topotic with the guess as well. It's right in between them. No big points are going to come off of that one, but at least from a mental perspective, Orlando able to strike back.
Round 4 is going to put us. Ooh, wow.
Butterfly
some
meta.
butterflies in midair. Amazing stuff there. Will they be able to use the butterfly meta here in Japan?
Maybe. I mean, I've heard weirder metas that people use actively, so why not add a butterfly to the mix?
In this location, maybe they are looking at this wire, which is yellow and black, and those are a little bit different in specific parts of the country. I think that this should be Kansai?
Now, when we talk Japanese light poles, we talk about all the signs. Is there anything in the top of them that could be region specific too?
Oh yeah, it's actually Chubu, yeah. There's a lot of things that can be used in Japan, but both of the players here on point. Wow, great job.
On point indeed, side by side they go as Orlando gets closer to tying things up with Topotic. Orlando just need to bring this one home, and he is through to the next stage, the semi-finals here at the World Cup.
It's a very interesting round. It doesn't look like much. It's probably one of the more difficult ones we've seen so far. I don't know what this is, to be honest.
It's a good sign to me. It makes it that much more exciting. Get your guesses in, chat. Get your guesses in, viewers.
The concrete road would maybe suggest something like Thailand or the Philippines. But do the trees fit with that? I am not 100% sure.
Let me hear you, audience. Where do you think it is?
The audience is...
I thought as much. They're full focus. They're full game mode.
Audience is not sure at all, but...
Nope, no one's daring to guess, and I respect it. If we can't figure it out, if the players can't figure it out, then who can?
Topotic has found a pole top in the distance, which might be interesting here. And yeah, this could be a crucial round if some of them misses the country.
Train tracks in the background going side by side with the street. 17 seconds left to play, and neither of these two guys have opened the map. 3 times multiplier, tied on points practically. We go north side Philippines for Topotic, at least first hunch, and we already, Orlando went towards South Africa. He's going Turkey now. Now he's going India. No one knows where this one's going.
It's Bangladesh.
It's Bangladesh, and Topotic falls, and it's going to be Orlando to bring it home.
I want to see the reaction of all the Brazilian streamers right now and the chat going crazy. Orlando has got it.
Orlando was in South America. He was in Turkey. With a couple of seconds left to play, he did not know where to go, but he brought it home. He won it. He took out Topotic. What a game from Orlando.
What an amazing switch there last second, and the EMEA champion is out after we've already lost our world champion from last year.
So many big names taken out here in the quarterfinals, but equally big names making their way through to the semifinals. Incredible performance by Orlando to strike back and bring that one home.
Orlando was definitely hungry for victory there, and if you are in the city hall in Stockholm right now, there is food available to buy.
There's plenty of food available to buy, and I'm sure Orlando will need a break, a breather after this one, because he has a semi-final, and for him, hopefully, a grand final to play later tonight as well. Before Topotic as well, tough loss. He played so incredibly good throughout this entire game.
Exactly, Topotic really, he made the best guesses possible. I mean, in that round, I thought Thailand or Philippines. I didn't even consider Bangladesh. It was an impressive guess by Orlando.
Goes to show the skill that these guys have when they can find locations like this. Now let's hop down to Pala on the stage because he's ready to talk to Orlando.
Orlando, incredible performance there. Can I just get your general thoughts firstly on how it played out?
Yeah, that was a really tough match. It was actually surprising because I took the 2 game modes that I thought I would be worse at than him. So taking the moving games was really good. And then luckily I got the second no move.
I want to go into a bit more detail into that second moving game. So it went to round 10. You were losing. It was in Canada and you locked in very quickly. Was that on purpose to try to push the pace and claw that game back in the final moments?
Yeah, exactly. That was the plan because I knew I would be down. So if I tried to let him find info, he could get really close and then there would be nothing I could do. So I just went with my vibe and luckily it was good.
Orlando, it's your first time on a stage like this. How was the experience so far?
Yeah, it's really nice. It's definitely a unique experience, but I'm enjoying it.
All right, is there anything that you'd like to say to our wonderful audience in here or to anybody at home? I've heard you've got a lot of Brazilians watching from home.
Yeah, and in here. Exactly. Everyone that's watching, that's supporting me, a very big thanks.
All right, we've just witnessed some of Orlando's magic. Desk, back to you.